Hello, I'm Christine. So the 100, if you don't know what the 100 is, Earth killed itself with nuclear bombs, but some humans survived in a space shuttle in space called the Ark. Get it? With the biblicalness, and then when it's safe to come back down, their plan is to repopulate the Earth. They're not sure if Earth is ready. Since they're in space and they have so little space on their ship, they have to be really strict with rules. Like if you break a law, there's no, going to jail. They execute you. But if you're under 18, they take pity on you and they put you in the little jail they have. Now there's 100 kids in that jail that are under 18. And they decide, hey, we're not sure if Earth is ready to live on. How about we send those kids down there to test it out, and if they survive, then we'll follow after. They're running out of room, so they gotta do something. So they send the kids down, and they don't die. But the Earth is all different, and it's just like Lost. I don't know if you know how much I like Lost. Every episode I've seen at least 3 times. This is my favorite show of all time. Now, I come upon this very Lost-like show, except with teenagers. So good. So good. It's so good. That is probably all I can tell you without spoiling you. So if you haven't watched the show yet, you should probably leave now. I'm going to talk about the characters, and I'm really excited about it. I'm calm, chill, and cool. It is a book. I'm aware that it's a book. I hear that the books are not as good as the show. Just like the Vampire Diaries books, not as good as the show. CW is good at taking mediocre books and turning them into kick-ass shows. So shall we start with Clark? Clark is our main protagonist. You gotta love Clark. She's our Jack. If you're a Lostie, she's Jack. And I love that Jack is a female. Then we've got her other half, Bellamy. Definitely like the Sawyer character, but he's not as Sawyer-y. So I'm gonna be making a lot of Lost comparisons. If you haven't watched Lost yet, you really, really, really should. My favorite characters are Clark and Bellamy. I'm in love with Bellamy. Like, he's so attractive, and he has so many different facets to his personality, and he's so protective, and I love the whole storyline with Bellamy and Octavia and how she was like hidden under the floorboards for 16 years. Crazy. Bellamy, I did not like him in the first episode. Definitely no. But I didn't hate him. In the first episode, we had that deer with the 2 faces and the panther. Totally the polar bear from Lost. And the smoke monster and the fog. Totes paralleling. The first few episodes, I just couldn't help it. I was just like, he's lost, reborn. At the end of the first episode, that kid gets speared, and I thought for sure that kid's a goner. The thing with the 100 that's kind of different from Lost. No injury is past the healing skills of 18-year-old Clark and their makeshift medical supplies. You could be on the brink of death, but 2 days later, you're good to go. Finn gets freaking stabbed, in the lungs, right? They do surgery over Skype with Clark's mom. She goes to pull out the knife, and her mom's like, any wrong angle, and you could kill him. She goes to pull it out. The freaking dropship, explodes, and Finn flies off the table. But it's okay. She still got it out at the exact right angle, and everything's fine. I love that Desmond from Lost, Henry Ian Cusack, is on the show. It makes the connection that much stronger. He went from one Lost to the next. I love his character. You don't like him at first, you grow to kind of understand him, and he's a good heart. I love Clark's mom. I love Clark and her mom's relationship. It touches my heart. A character I am kind of getting tired of is Jaha. Jaha is this perpetual martyr. I don't know how many millions of times he was like, no, I'm going down with this ship. I'm gonna be in that section where we take the oxygen out. No, everything exploded and I'm in the control room and you guys have to go, but I am gonna stay here because somebody has to stay back and launch the ship. And then everyone's gone and he's up there all alone. And wait, Jaha's not done yet because a fake baby needs him. He must get on a missile. So he gets on a missile, and lands safely. I don't understand. It's okay. I don't care. I suspend my disbelief. But how difficult must it be to get these dropships to land in this exact same area of the United States? When Raven's dropship went down, she barely had any control over that thing. Raven's a mechanical genius, but still, it just seems unlikely that they would all land in the same vicinity. Now, Jaha has flipped his whole mind view around. He deserves to live more than anyone else deserves to live. And he's pushing people out of the boat, sacrificing people so he can live on. He's one of those people in the zombie zombie movies now that if everyone's gonna die unless someone else dies, he'll throw his other friend to the zombies so he can escape because he thinks he's some sort of messiah to his people. The City of Light. What do you think the City of Light is? Do you think it's just called the City of Light because those solar panels were making light flash around? The season 2 finale just turned everything on its head. Suddenly, the show is like, iRobot. Jaha stumbles across this mansion that has survived a nuclear holocaust of Earth. The woman in there is a computer. And the guy who shot himself in the hatch, totally the hatch. It was just like the introduction of the hatch in season 2 with Desmond, with the music rocking. Murphy's just like in there and he puts on the tape just like there's Dharma Initiative tape, and the guy kills himself because the computer, I'm assuming, launched those missiles. There's a nuclear bomb in that house. That computer could have very possibly set that war in motion. It could have launched one of those bombs on a different country and started the war, because then the other country retaliates, and then we retaliate, and then everyone else retaliates, and we all die. Because why is that house still standing? Why does that guy have a prepared bomb shelter? Oh my god, we had an Arst moment. If you watch Lost, you know that Arst thing. Yeah, Lost is a gem. You have to go watch Lost. But I just died. They were walking in the desert and that guy's being obnoxious and annoying. And then he just explodes. So the Grounders, how did we become them? You know, the people who survived. Why did they make up their own secret language? It's only been 100 years. 100 years ago, if we go back right now, was 1915. We are pretty similar in the generalness of things. They made up a new language. Who came up with that? Just one day. You know, like, we're a new generation that lived on. You think we should just, like, change from English to something more complicated and strange? That sounds like a good idea. I mean, I gotta admit, it is cool. It's very Game of Thrones. Kat told me that the guy who made the Game of Thrones language that the Dothraki speak made this language, Grounder speak. So it's cool. It sounds very official. I got hardcore chills in that episode where they were getting ready to fight and they were like, blood must have blood, blood must have blood. And they were all saying it around the table and Clark was in there with them. And then she joined in and I was like, this is awesome. I love that we're like in Washington, D.C. and it's like no one remembers history from 100 years ago. The theme. I'm not too crazy about the opening theme that they added in season 2. I kind of did really like the 100. But I like seeing everyone's name and I like the song. It's really just the visuals that are kind of just to me. How did you feel when they put that in there? I love Lincoln. I really, really like the relationship that they formed with Octavia and him and how she's kind of an other now, but she crosses over and so does Lincoln. He's not exactly one of the tree people anymore. That was excellent. Oh my god, wait, before we talk about Anya, can we talk about like that bomb episode? With the bomb and Raven and the bomb. That was so cool. Raven is just the coolest. She's Kate, except she's more sensitive and open, but she's still Kate. She's the same with her emotions. She like gets closed off. Right now, I love Raven's pseudo-boyfriend, Ryan Gosling. What's his name? Rick? Vic? Tyler? He has a name. He's funny and he's sweet. I think he'd be really good for her because she's so tough. They just work really well together. I ship them really hard. Ryan Gosling, Raven. Raven Gosling. Hashtag ship name. Anya is that kick-ass grounder. They had this whole episode just entirely like an episode in Lost where Juliet and Kate are handcuffed together in the forest away from both of their different groups, and they kind of bond through the process of surviving. Clark and Anya have to work together to escape Mount Weather, and oh, I was so upset when Anya died. I was just so upset. We just made all this progress and you just shot her. You just kicked her in the boobs with a bullet. It was really interesting and frustrating how the dynamic had to really change once the grown-ups came down. They forced the kids to form their own society by chucking them on Earth. And then the grown-ups come down and think that they can just rule over them, that they know more than them, that they know better, that they can boss them around when they kick them out here by themselves with no help. Bitch is pleased. You've been here for 5 seconds. Bitches. 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 Then we've got Lexa. So many people were like, my favorite character is Lexa Christine. And I'm just like, oh, I'm waiting for her to come along. My favorite character is most definitely not Lexa. Like, I respect that chick. She's hardcore. But that bitch can be cold. I like how she's super fair, but I ship Clarkamy, and I know you all think that the ship is called Bellark. I don't care. I call them Clarkamy. I hate how the man's name is always first in the ship names. Stop doing that. Clarkamy sounds just as good as Bellark. Why the hell you decide to call him Bellark? I can't wait for that to happen. Like, that's gonna be so rewarding. Finn was nice and all, but like, I like them together, they were sweet, but they're not interesting, and they don't work the same way that Bellamy and her will work so well, so much chemistry. And I love how he always backs her up, and they always support each other with their leadership decisions. At the end of season 2, them pulling the lever together, I was like, do it. Do it, do it. It had to be done. I think it's so interesting how their blood has evolved. I wish they had given Maya a treatment. I don't know why that didn't happen. I kept expecting it to happen. The end. The end of season 2. I'm so upset that Clark thinks she has to leave the colony to get over the whole bomb. That bomb thing was bad. Okay, the bomb thing. Clark let Lexa convince her to let that bomb drop on the city and kill all the people. Like, she didn't tell Octavia. You passed her. And you didn't just whisper in her ear. That pissed me off. I understand where they're coming from, but it doesn't matter. It's not worth the loss. I think Bellamy could have handled himself in whatever way he needed to live when they knew that there was an intruder in the mountain. Anyway about it, Clark can't leave. Everybody needs Clark. What are they gonna do? Is it gonna be like a time jump and Clark's gonna be like some hobbit in the forest? What is she gonna go find Lexa? Lexa! That episode, I saw this perfect Tumblr post about it. I was so mad at her, and I will be mad at her forever. Unless she does something really nice to make it up to us. I don't think she can. Bellamy and Clark, right? So we're waiting for them to happen. I mean, I don't know for sure, but I'm afraid there's gonna be like a fling between Bellamy and that random chick that was in the cage next to him, but who knows? Maybe not. I don't know. Do you think they're gonna be hunting for Clark next season? Like, they're gonna send out a party looking for her? I mean, I'm sure her mom will do that. She's not just gonna let her leave, right? I don't know how long it's gonna take Clark to get over this whole I bombed an entire city thing when I could have stopped it. She could have stopped it. She didn't do the Jack thing to do. That would never happen on Lost. She did the Ben thing. Ben would do that. Remember when Raven almost died like 50 times? And then she had to get surgery while she was awake so that she could possibly walk again? That was horrifying. Another Lost thing. So we've got like those crazy random polar bears. And in the 100, there's only one episode where we see it. There's those crazy fucking gorillas that chase after Lexa and Clark. It was some Planet of the Apes shit going on there. What's happening with the monkeys? There's so much that we don't know about the world yet. So we really can't predict where the next season would go. When you heard Mountain Men the first time, what did you think? I was thinking like crazy Viking men, not like us. Murphy is another cockroach that just never died. He is like the Ben of the show. He's done so much shit to the people, but it doesn't matter. We've forgiven him. Like, it seems like he's better now, but you never know. I trust him to an extent. When Bellamy was going down to save that girl on the cliff, Murphy's up there holding him. Like, I did not trust that shit. He tried to get Bellamy to hang himself. There's an entire episode where Murphy has Bellamy held hostage inside the dropship, hanging himself. Also, what sea were they crossing in this finale? What body of water was that? Was it like a lake created by the nuclear bombs? There was a sea monster in it. A plant monster. It was like in Jumanji, that plant monster that comes out of the fireplace. It's gonna be interesting if that comes up again. Oh my god. Also, you know that episode when they were like, you have to heal Triss? You have to heal Triss or else we're gonna kill Finn. Remember that one? The guard was like, she was brave. And I was like, she was. And then Triss dies. And I was just like... Desmond, I can't remember Desmond's name in the 100. Is Henry Ian Cusack. I ship him with Clark's mom. Do you? Oh, I love when Octavia kicks ass. That scene where she was looking for a fight with the Grounders, it was very Jace of the Mortal Instruments, like, fight me, antagonize people in the bar because I just want to get beat up. And she just kept getting knocked down and hurt, and I was just like, oh god, Octavia. But she gets up and she's like, what doesn't kill me makes you stronger. And I was like, yeah, but I feel like you're very seriously injured right now. So I don't know if that was the best idea. But you know, It's the 100. Clark saw her. Clark's mom saw her. She's fine now. She's good. I'd love to hear your thoughts on the show. Your favorite scenes, your favorite episodes. I'm so in love with this show right now. Thanks for watching.
May we meet again?
They better meet again. And I'm talking about Clark and me. That's what I'm talking about.